Hi friends, and welcome back to another video. In this reading vlog we're going through the transition from summer to fall. First I'm taking you with me on my late summer vacation and what I've been reading on the beach, and later on we're going to get cozy at home with my first spooky read of the season. But before we start off, I need to pick the book I'm reading first. I only took 2 books and my Kindle with me on vacation because I try to be reasonable. So yeah, let's see what I'll end up reading. We're on vacation in the Netherlands and I'm here with my family and we've rented a whole house in this vacation village. I don't know. We're gonna do this vacation like super chill. So I'm hopefully gonna be able to read a bit, but we'll see. It's the first sunny day today, so I really want to be outside for a bit. It's super windy today. I'm pretty scared that the sun umbrella is gonna tip over. But I guess it will be fine, I don't know. So I've started the Super Wild. I am now on page 12 and it's super gripping so far. Like I'm thrown right into the story and it really doesn't let you go. I don't know, I'm super excited to see how it's going to continue and if it's going to continue to be this gripping. The next morning I actually witnessed the cutest thing. A bunch of ducks went from house to house to try to get some human food, but in our house they were kind of unsuccessful. So in The Simple Wild we follow Kella, who's been living in Toronto for most of her life. Her mother met her father in Alaska when she was living there for a while, but after giving birth to Kella, she moved back to Toronto because the rural Alaskan life wasn't really for her. She was more into the high society modern lifestyle. So Kella never really got to know her dad, who is a pilot in Alaska, but when she gets a phone call that her dad has cancer, she decides to go to Alaska for a week to get to know him better. But her mother warns her not to make the same mistakes she did and not to fall in love with one of those guy cowboys. I am back home and it's honestly feeling so good. I don't know if you know that feeling, but after a long vacation, like you're just really excited to be back in your own space. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm just super relieved to have all of my stuff around me again and my own like private space. I mean, we had a house with my grandparents and my parents and my boyfriend. It was kind of a lot. Like, it was a great vacation. I had so much fun. But being stuck with this many people in a house for 7 days was kind of much for me, I'm not gonna lie. And also, I've made it almost halfway through The Simple Wild. I'm just so invested in this storyline. It's so unique and intense, but it doesn't feel too over the top, if you know what I mean. I got about 190 pages left, so I thought, now that I'm back home, we might as well take out the clock again and see how long it takes me to actually finish this book. I probably won't be finishing it today, but it's Sunday today and I just want to like chill and read. So we'll see how long it takes me to like actually finish this and how much I'm able to get done today. So yeah, I would say let's get into it, shall we? So I've now read for 50 minutes and I'm going to take a little break now. But I've started on page 170 and I am now on page 218. So I've read 48 pages in 50 minutes, which is pretty impressive to me. Like, I'm just flying through this book. It's literally insane. What I also really enjoy about this book is that it's super slow burn so far. Like, I'm on page 218 and this book has 390 pages and the romance hasn't even started yet. Like, there's basically no romance in it yet, just some very mild flirting. Like, we know who the love interest is going to be. It's more focused on the self-growth and the relationship between Kella and her dad. And I also found out that this book is not a standalone. It's actually a 4-book series. And I was pretty shocked when I found that out. I was like, damn, now I've started another series without like intentionally starting another series. So I will probably buy all of the other books and read them if this one continues to be this great, but we'll see. So it's been about a month since I've last updated you. I've had to go through a lot mentally over the last few weeks, also kind of physically because of my mental state. My body was constantly tired. I've been struggling with hypersomnia, which basically means that I've not been able to properly wake up in the morning. I was tired every day throughout the whole day. I always felt like falling asleep again. And I basically had no energy, nothing. So this has kind of gotten in the way of me filming this vlog. But I have finished The Simple Wild. I would say the last quarter of it was dragging so much. It's nothing I can like actually pinpoint what has happened. Maybe because the romantic tension has been resolved at some point and then I kind of got bored a little bit. So overall, I think I would give this book 3.75 stars. It was pretty enjoyable, but the ending was dragging a lot. I really liked how many facets it had and how well developed it was. Like, it wasn't just like a steamy romance. There were a few a bit spicier scenes towards the end, but I would say that were around 3 scenes max. It wasn't that intense, and I appreciated that because I feel like I never know what I'm getting into when I'm reading a romance book. I never know how the spice is going to be and if it's going to be like a lot of spice or barely any spice. And I really prefer barely any spice. But I also bought the second book and I'm super excited to read this one as well. It is set in the fall season, from what I can tell from the cover. So it would be the perfect book to read right now. But I'm kind of feeling like reading something a little bit more spooky. Halloween season is starting soon and I'm very excited for it. October is also my birthday month, so yay! I was browsing my bookshelf earlier today and thought about what I could potentially read. And I wanted to read something quick and easy, something that's like really easy to read right now because I still got a lot on my mind and I want to just binge a book. I decided to read The Dead Girls of Hysteria Hall, which is a spooky horror YA book. I don't know if it's horror, but it's definitely spooky. And I will read you what it says in here. In this asylum, your mind plays tricks on you all the time. Delia's new house isn't just a house. Long ago, it was an insane asylum named Hysteria Hall. However, many of the inmates were not insane, just defiant and strong-willed, kind of like Delia herself. But the house still wants to keep troubled girls locked away. So in the most horrifying way, Delia gets trapped. And that's when she learns that the house is also haunted. Ghost girls wander the halls in their old-fashioned nightgowns. A handsome ghost boy named Theo roams the grounds. Delia finds that all the spirits are unsettled and full of dark secrets. The house as well harbors shocking truths that only Delia can uncover and may set her free. But she'll need to act quickly before the house's power overtakes everything she loves. So yeah, that's the vibe I'm going for and I'm really excited for this. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this actually, maybe in like 2015, 2016, but not recently. But because I also read House of Furies last year during the Halloween season and I was completely obsessed with that book, I thought maybe just picking something random from my shelf is going to surprise me and make me discover books that I've had sitting on my shelves for ages that are actually pretty good. So yeah, I would say let's get straight into it. Oh, and I gotta say that I completely forgot about stopping the time while finishing The Simple Wild, because I always just read a few pages and then put it down again because it was so slow. I think it took me roughly around 4.5 hours. I'm sick and I'm laying in bed and I'm now 110 pages into The Dead Girls of Hysteria Hall. I'm really enjoying it. Like, the storyline is so unexpected. Even though I did read the little summary of the plot that was in the dust jacket, I didn't expect this book to go like this. And I'm only 110 pages in, so I'm really intrigued to see where this is gonna go, and I'm really enjoying the main character. She's so fun and she's really funny at times and like really sarcastic, and I love that. I didn't expect at all to like this book so much, but so far it's going really great. Like, wow. If this continues to be this great, I should really read random books from my bookshelves more often that I've been sitting there for ages, because apparently I've got some real gems in there. I have got 130 pages left, which is a little less than half of the book. Like, this book is really special in terms of the plot, but the thing is, I can't tell you anything because at this point in the book, which is 60 pages into it, Something happens, and I think it would be kind of a spoiler to tell you what happens. It kind of drives the plot in a very interesting direction, and I also made myself a hot cup of tea and lit a candle. So we're here for the ultimate cozy vibes. The weather is pretty cloudy and rainy, so it's literally perfect. I'm really in the mood to read this now, so let's get going! Getting a bit spooky. Oh my gosh, okay, so I am on page 268 and this plot twist, oh my gosh. Nothing is as it seems in this book. And I'm absolutely devouring it. It's so good. We've ordered some Greek dinner. I don't know how it's called in English, but in German we say gyros. And it's about to be here any minute. But I really want to finish this book, but I'm also hungry. I will try to read as much as I can in these few minutes and then finish it after. I'm back from dinner and I got about 35 pages left. So let's finish this bad boy. Oh shit, oh my gosh. I have finished The Dead Girls of Hysteria Hall and I have a lot of thoughts, you guys. Just so much happened in this book. I'm still shook. Honestly, I'm still shook. I still haven't processed all of it, but let me grasp my thoughts a little bit. So I really gotta say that this book was such a surprise. It really kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. And I think the main reason that it did that was because of its structure. Like, its structure was so unique. Like, you never really knew where this was gonna go. And the writing was also very engaging and pretty simple, but also the creepy parts really creeped me out. The writing was very well done in my opinion. I highly recommend this one, and I'm really shook that I haven't heard anyone talk about this one, and that it has been just sitting on my shelves for years and years and years, and I've not picked it up. Like, why? Like, this is so crazy to me that 2 books in a row now have been this great. But I think one of the reasons why I got so much out of this book was because I went in with pretty low expectations, and the structure really surprised me, and the characters really surprised me, and like the whole storyline and how engaging it was and how much backstory there was to it as well. Like, the backstory was really well done. So I'm very pleasantly surprised that this worked out a second time. In the end, I rated this one 4.5 stars. Like, it's definitely not a perfect book. It was a lot of fun and I had a blast reading this. And what I also really enjoyed was that it had a tiny bit of romance. It was definitely not the main focus of the story, and you wouldn't even guess that there was romance in it while reading it. With that, I would wrap up this reading vlog. It took a long time to film this one. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean so much if you left a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!